This video is not intended for anyone under the age of 13. The figures I review are marketed towards adult collectors and are intended for ages 15 and 17 and up. Some of these figures involve Mortal Kombat or Alien and Predator, which is not suitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised. What is up, people YouTube? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you could call me Vinny, and today we are going to take a look at the McFarlane Toys Mortal Kombat 11 Spawn. Al Simmons, once a military veteran who was top-notch but ended up being killed and betrayed by his allies. Al, due to all his sins he committed while alive, ended up in hell. Made a deal with a devil named Malebolgia. If he leads his army, Al can see his wife again, Wanda. That didn't exactly happen. Al woke up into the living world, now looking horrible and disgusting, and with a new suit and a cape that gives him some of his powers and abilities. And has been given the name of Spawn. Spawn would later tell Malebolgia and Violator to back off, and Spawn roams New York, killing any sort of evil in his way. Basically, the definition of vigilantism. This figure was announced later in the Mortal Kombat 11 McFarlane Toys line, but also to kickstart a new articulated series of Spawn figures, since this is basically the first actual articulated Spawn figure that can be posed around and such. However, a lot of scalpers really love overpricing their shit. I'll go over that later. Is this figure worth pre-ordering and waiting for the restock, or to go out and hunt? Let's not waste any more time and dive right in. No joke, before the figure was revealed, I was really worried about the body looking all wonky, because some of those new DC figures did not spell good news for me. Not the case here. Spawn looks fantastic. Some issues, but overall top-notch. This version does have a much more realistic look, considering this is based on the model he had in Mortal Kombat 11. The eye lenses are sculpted, which is awesome. The eyes are a neon green and have shading around them. Very nice touch. The muscle definition is great, and the texture for the suit is exquisite. His logo isn't painted the best, but thankfully isn't that much of a big deal. Personally, I wish it was more of a white and not this dry bonish whitish yellow. Spawn also has guards on both of his hands, which is accurate to his model, and man, they look like they could kill somebody with one blow. The red everywhere has a black wash and it looks good, but the spikes on the guards are pretty sloppy. I won't complain too much because of the price, but it's something to point out. The shins have guards as well, and again, look really nice. The chains and the skull on his belt look solid. The cape is plastic, which was a given, but it looks fine either way. A nice dark red with a black wash. I think it looks great. I would have preferred it being more wide, but since this is his default stance, I don't mind it too much. I don't think I'm alone here when I say I was really worried about the articulation when this figure was announced. Thankfully, it's nothing bad. It is actually pretty good. It's not perfect, but hey, it's better than you know, the older Spawn figures, the ones that are like, you know, 100 years old. Anyway, let's go over it. Head is on a double ball peg. He can look about this high up, which is alright. He can look this far down, which is lean side to side. Look side to side. The cape does get in the way, assuming if you did not break it off for the sake of a cloth cape. Torso is on the ball joint. Lower waist is on the ball joint, so he could crunch forward about, you know, without the looseness kicking in. He could crunch forward about this far, which is, I guess, decent. He could crunch backward about this far, which is alright. You know what, let's just take that off. Yes, I did break the cape off. So yeah, he could crunch forward about this far, and could crunch backward about this far, which is pretty good. Arms are on ball joints. We get slight butterfly joint movement. They can hinge upward about this far, which is really good. Biceps can swivel. Double hinged elbows, though we do get just a bit more than 90 degrees. It's because of the wrist armor. It makes sense, but at the same time, we probably could have done without it, but hey, it's not the design's fault. Legs can kick forward about this far. Kick backward about this far, because the crotch piece is actually a soft plastic. Doing the splits, yeah, he could pretty much do the splits. Thigh swivel is atrocious. There's really not much in there. There should have been more thigh swivel. Don't know what's up with that. Double hinged knees. With this one, we get more than 90 degrees, which is awesome. With the other one, with the giant shin guard, We get just a little bit less than 90 degrees, but hey, it's still pretty good. A little bit more, a little bit less than the range on this one, if that makes any sense. Wow, I'm doing really awesome today. Ball hinged ankles, we can kick backward about this far, kick forward about this far, which is really good. We do get an ankle rocker. We can still get the backward and forward movement on this foot, but obviously the ankle rocker is a bit prohibited because of this thing. And toes on a hinge, though this square looking thing looks ugly as shit, not gonna lie. Without a cloth cape, you may have some difficulties posing Spawn, but it's not really a big deal if you do know your character and do know, well, what you are doing. You'll be able to get spawned in some pretty cool and some pretty dynamic poses. Just depends on how you know how to pose your figures and whatnot. Yada yada yada. Look at that. We have a decent poser for Spawn already. Although the cape does make him back heavy. So yeah, do be mindful of that. Other than that, Spawn, he's pretty cool. Spawn stands about 7 inches tall, so scaling with 6-inch figures ain't gonna work out too well. However, if you have Storm Collectibles figures, or NECA figures, or other McFarlane Toys figures, this won't be that much of a problem since, you know, they're in the 7-inch scale. Not much accessories, only his sword and a stand. No guns, no chains, no nothing. Granted, you can use other guns from different figures, but Spawn's not included with them, now is he? Yeah. Anyway, the stand, it's crappy. Spawn's foot pegs right into the stand, but it's just too small, and if it's in a display where he's not in a neutral stance, it's going to look tacky. Next is his sword, which is usually seen by his grab move. It's a bit weird, I think an axe would have been better. Still, it looks fine. I love the detail and the Spawn logo on it, it looks really cool. It slips into the hands with no problem, pretty easy to use. So, buy, don't buy, or wait for a sale. This figure is good, what more can I say? The only thing that's bothersome is the lack of accessories, but that's really it, and his cape isn't too problematic either. And his articulation definitely needs improvements, but it works for this guy. Lots of poses can be had, no problem. If you're a Spawn fan, definitely pick this up, just beware of the issues. However, before I go on, here's a little PSA. Patience. Don't give into the prices you see on eBay. Those people are trying to rob you. Just pre-order it on Big Bad Toy Store, Toy Wiz, whatever. Patience is key. Let the scalpers sit with those figures at their home and have them regret buying multiple just to resell at a high cost. Let most of those listings on eBay sit there and rot. Be patient and you'll get Spawn. The figure ain't worth 40 bucks or higher. You'll regret that. Believe me. Anyway, that's out of the way. Take my advice and you'll get the figure in no time. I really like it. And I think you will too. I'll give Spawn a 8 out of 10.
Well, that's it. Thanks guys and gals so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you would like to be updated on when new videos goes up, be sure to subscribe. If you want to be notified when new videos go live, be sure to hit that bell icon. And if you want some behind the scenes stuff, be sure to follow me on Instagram. Link to it is down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.